Hello, I'm Aloysius. I'm the owner of this company, Haunted Harbor Tours. Now, if you're viewing this video, you're doing so for one of two reasons. It's possible that you are on my channel page on YouTube, which awesome, great. Find a good video and enjoy my ghost stories. More likely, you're visiting my website, hauntedharbortours.com, and you're considering coming to the city of Annapolis and taking a ghost tour with yours truly. I'm the only guy who will show up if you book for a tour starting at 1 Dock Street. There are a couple of ghost tour companies in the city of Annapolis, and you have a good choice between three very good companies. What I offer is a passion. I love ghosts. I have done investigations all up and down the East Coast. I have been slammed into a wall by a shadow. You will hear about that when you visit me in the city of Annapolis. And I am also a nerd. That's really an important thing when choosing a ghost tour. Like, I'm very passionate about researching history and making sure every single thing I talk about on tour is backed up with facts. I'm not going to waste your time with malarkey stories that actually didn't happen. If you're the kind of person who, like me, and like so many of my guests who I cater to, have taken tours in Savannah, Georgia, where I got my training, Charleston, New Orleans, any of the great haunted locations like Annapolis throughout the country, then you've probably already heard the story of a woman in a wedding dress who fell out of a hotel window. That story is told in 25 different locations across the United States, and I am not going to waste your time with it. Everybody knows the Ghost Bride. It's as common and tropey as Crybaby Bridge or The Hitchhiker. What I want to tell you are the interesting historical true events of the city of Annapolis. I have done my homework. I love researching and reading about ghosts and history throughout the world. When I tell you the story of a witch trial, or of the Sons of Liberty here in the United States, or of the Civil War, or anything like that, I will show you during the tour that I have done my homework and that I have a thorough understanding of this. Not only that, but I'll give you historic context so you understand why the witch trials in Maryland were incredibly different and treated differently than the witch trials that you're more familiar with in Salem, Massachusetts. I'm also a really entertaining dude. You know, one of the cool things about a ghost story is the fact that these were people. These were people who suffered so horribly that they have lingered behind. And it's important that you get their story right and that you understand the pain that these people were in by passing or during passing or just before passing and why they linger. And that's all in my tour. I love my guests. By the end of my tour, I want you to feel like you have a friend. Okay? Ask me questions. Between locations is the best time for me to banter and for me to actually get to know you guys so that I can feel like I made a friend at the end of the night. That's what I want. I love people who love ghost tours. Let's talk for a moment about those big scary letters up there, intentionally made scary. Parental discretion strongly advised is passé. You know, if people hear that and they're like, oh, okay, whatever. Children strongly discouraged is there intentionally. And if you're watching at this point, you may be wondering, well, I let my child watch it. Should I allow Aloysius to tell them ghost stories? That's up to you. This tour is gonna have strong content. Both I'm gonna curse definitely because, I mean, clearly, I'm definitely going to drop some foul language. I'm also going to tell true stories of witch trials, true stories of human history, the most violent stuff. On my bonus content of this tour, I feel it's very important that we acknowledge the fact a freed slave named Henry Davis, a black man, was broken out of a prison and forced into a terrible event. And that is the very final moment of the extra bonus content on my tour. I will tell the true story of the city of Annapolis. Now, I also tell the story of witch trials and violence upon women. There's a ghost in my city, a young woman who died a sexually violent death. But more so, my tour is scary. I am going to scare you, most likely, on my tour, if you're the sort that can be scared. There are a lot of people who just can't. If you're susceptible to fear, I'm going to find the fear button and I'm going to hit it, and I'm going to make you afraid. With a child, however, especially somebody under the age of 10, maybe 11, but with a child, their reaction is going to be very different than an adult. And I will tell you, the reason why I have written up there, children strongly discouraged, is because I've made children pee their pants. And it's actually more than 8 children, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So that's why I have it up there. If you bring 3 children on my tour, odds are one of them's going to do that. And I'm not going to feel bad about it because it's literally my job. You're paying me money to scare your kid. And this tour is catered to adults. Like I'm trying to scare an adult, which is a lot harder to scare than a child. And there is a wall. There's a spot where they're going to be so afraid where they most likely will not press on. Very few children make it past that total fear moment. So that's why Children Strongly Discouraged is on my website. If you bring a child on my tour, I am going to tell you the same thing when you meet with me. Come on my tour. If you're as passionate about ghost tours as I am, on my YouTube channel, I tell ghost stories from an international locale. I'll tell stories of ghosts in Spain coming up. I've already told several stories from ghosts of Ireland, and I've got a bunch coming out for London. And I've told many stories from New Orleans at this point, in Louisiana. So subscribe to my channel. So yeah, come on my tour. Click that big green Book Now button, and you know what you're getting with me. Here I am. I'm a nerd, I'm an artist, and I want to tell you ghost stories. And I am going to scare the hell out of you if you're the most likely to be scared on my tour. Guaranteed. Somebody's going to scream. Okay? So come, join me on my tour, and I look forward to seeing you. Enjoy my YouTube channel, hit subscribe, and come to the city of Annapolis. Book a ghost tour with me. I would love to have you. All right, well, I look forward to seeing you.